Hello and welcome to Rebecca Farms course walk around the new CCI 3-star track. I'm Ian Stark, the course designer here. Very lucky and privileged to be able to be involved in such a wonderful site. First couple of fences are fairly straightforward. They're big and wide, the maximum height being 3 foot 11 or 1 meter 20, depending on what part of the world you come from. And then the lovely grass going, perfect footing for the horses. And the third fence here is a big open oxer, wide again and a maximum height, but again straightforward. It's just to get the horses into a flow and the confidence built up at the beginning of the track. And then we come to the chicaner, which is a big log over a ditch at 4. And then the first of the combinations, we wiggle down through the dip here, quick turn, and then through the keyhole. Very narrow, it's 1.40 m across and 1.60 m high, and then a quick sharp turn right over the natural hedge and then a gallop off. So quite a difficult turning question there early on the track. And then we let the horses gallop on with another big wide table fence on the turn here. You've got to slow the horses down for the corners, and so it's a good place to put a jump, and it stops people going around the bend too fast. And then they've got to get back into a rhythm, good gallop, coming along towards the barn here. And then we've got a couple of offset barns painted blue, and here it's a question of getting the line right. They need to be on the left of the first one, the right of the second one, to get one fairly forward stride through. If they end up angling too much, then there's a very big risk of running out there with the 20 penalties. Back into gallop through the canola, the crops here, which is a natural stringing. Don't have to do any stringing of the course because it's already obvious where the horses are going. And then a swing left at the tree pond and over quite a friendly roll top with viaduct holes through it, and then along to one of the tougher combinations on the track. It's a big wide ditch with a hanging hedge behind it, huge fence, big drop, and then committed 4 strides down the hill to a very narrow corner fence there. There's a bit more trees to go on that jump, but contradiction there. We want the horses to be big and bold and fast and brave over the first element and then accurate over the second one. And then another what we call a stick pile, which is really just a big open oxer, and an accuracy fence, but it's a bit of a let up. Here the first water, we've got a big drop in and then a right turn up onto the mound and then over the moose. If they angle that too much, they're in danger of hitting the antler of the moose, and it could be painful for the rider's leg. Gallop on up the hill to the spectators' hill, get as close as we can to spectators, and then turn left over the sort of palisade upright, downhill 3 foot 11 log with a 6 foot 6 drop, and then we swing left over the duck and then a right turn to a 90-degree corner over the edge of the water. There is an alternative there, but it's very time consuming. And then again up past the big ditch brush and over another what we call a let up fence, but again it's full height, 3 foot 11, and it's very wide across the top. But these fences are straightforward to the horses at this level, but it's the cumulative effect of all the different fences as you go around the course. You have to ask the question at the combinations, and then you've got to allow a let-up fence for horses to keep their confidence. If you put combination after combination all the way through, it becomes very difficult. And here we've got a couple of hedges, narrow fences on a bending 3 strides, so again accuracy required there. And along the track here, racing the cars. And then we've got this new combination down in the bottom corner here, downhill approach, and it's 2 big ditches with upright rails behind, and I expect the horses and riders here to angle both those 2 fences and go on 3 committed strides. We'll see the odd one that might do a bending line of 4, but again you're concentrating on the clock and trying to save time, so I would imagine that most of the riders will go on 3 there. And then again through the canola, another let-up fence. It's a big box with some brush on the top, and then a nice meandering line down through the crops. The track here is new grass, so it's only had since April to get developed, but it's already looking good. But I think next year will be even better. And then we turn over the crop trailer full of oats, and then what I think is the most difficult fence on the course, the coffin. A big log land on a very steep downhill over a 4'6" ditch, 2 strides back up the hill to this very skinny C element. I think what probably will be one of the most influential fences on the course, and certainly one that's going to give the riders a bit of a headache the night before cross country. And then we gallop back up the hill, and another let-up fence in between these beautiful trees, but you can see the shadow on this fence depends on the time of day when you're going. And then the water here at the brick house over the alligator, 4 strides and a bending line over that left corner on the island, and then right-handed over another left-hand corner in the water. So towards the end of the course, that is a fairly serious combination. The riders save energy in the horses to be able to negotiate that final water. Again, through a jump through the trees, you can see the shadows. And it is important that you know where those shadows are going to be when you're riding. And it's very important when you walk the course that you walk at the time you're going to be riding it, so you can see where the shadows are. Western town, we've got a big stick pile through the trees and a committed 4 strides over the wagon there. The lady in pink trying to break her husband out of jail there. And then towards the end, you can do either of these 2 fences up on the right or left of the tree. It's really a rider's choice. Final combination, up onto the mound, the belt buckle, the cowboy hat, down off the mound and over the train engine as the final fence. Pretty intense track, but it's exciting and it's a beautiful setting out there, and I wish all the riders lots of luck.